I will create 4 cinematic backgrounds. A background you can create in 1 minute, and a background you can create in 10 minutes, and a hyper visual background you can create in 30 minutes. You will find all the background we are making today for completely free in the link in the description. In the 1 minute background, you need a lot of blur effects. For example, let's see this background. This is a stupid, disgusting shape, but I will show you how to turn it into a cinematic background. First, I will add the Gaussian blur effect. Now with the Gaussian blur effect, you can see it. We have a bit of blur, but it's still nothing. We'll add the other effect, which is CC radial fast blur. Look how the blur comes wide in the screen. I added the curves effect. Now we need more blur, so I added the CC radial blur to make it more radial. We can see this, there is a sharp edges. We can remove that by adding the radial blur. And now to make it a bit lighter, I will add the deep glow. You can basically add any glow you have. And now we have this cinematic background. Now let me show you how to create a 1 minute background just like this. This is my composition settings. It is 1820 by 1080. Double click and create a solid. Now from the effects and preset panel, the 4 color gradients effect. Now change the colors as you like. I will basically change it to light colors. Now click the stopwatch of the point to create a keyframe. Now move the point into the middle of the screen. Move the keyframes to 10 frames and take the point out of the screen to create an amazing gradient background. Now copy and paste the keyframes every 10 frames, copying by Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V to paste. Double click U to create an adjustment layer. Now add the Turbulent displace effect. You can basically add the effect from the effects and preset panel, but I have a plugin to create that effect. Make the amount on 150 and the size on 400. Now alt click the stopwatch of the evolution and write this expression, time 200. Now you will see these holes in the background, and you can fix it so easily by adding the motion tile effect and put it on top of the Turbulent displace effect. Put the width and the height on 300. Now add the Gaussian blur effect. Put it on top of the Turbulent displace effect. Now change the blurriness to 600. Make a shape layer. Make a circle or a ball and duplicate it by a lot until you fill the whole screen with it. Now I'll personally change it to white and black colors. Now add the wiggle preset for the position, because you will have this beautiful wiggly style of the ball. Now copy with Ctrl+C and paste the preset for all the layers. Now make an adjustment layer and add the Gaussian blur effect. And now increase the blurriness for 700. This is optional, but if you add the radial blur effect and if you make the Gaussian blurriness on 500, you will have this circular background, which is really cool, I guess. Now if you didn't basically like the colors you put, you can basically easily change them by adding the tritone effect. Like this, you can change them to blue or any color you want. Now the 10-minute background. The 10 minutes background, it's kind of more complex than the 1 minute. Here we will use shapes, lights, lines. To create a 10-minute background, it's basically a lightning game. If you have the lightning really well, you will create an amazing background. Just like this. Now create a big ball and put it on top of the screen and scale it until you fill the whole top of the screen. Now make the fill on gradient. I will personally choose the dark blue and the black colors for the 2 balls. Make another gradient ball, but this time it will be smaller. Now double click on the layer, go to layer styles and choose bevel and emboss. Now copy my values. I'll basically increase the size and increase the depth. Now Ctrl+C to copy the bevel and paste it with Ctrl+V into shape layer 1. Now change the angle to put the angle just like this. Now duplicate the shape layer and delete the fill of it. I only need here the stroke. Bump the stroke to 7. Now add the trim path and play with the end and the offset until you get something like this. Now click the stopwatch of the offset to make a keyframe and move the line to the right side. Now add a taper and put the start and the end on 100. Now we will do the same exact thing to the upper shape layer. Now double click new and create an adjustment layer. Add the tritone effect. I'll change the color to blue, and you can basically change it to any color you want, but I like blue. For this, I will choose the blue color. And on the stroke layer of the ball, we will add the Gaussian blur effect. We will keep the blurriness on 25. And now add the deep glow effect. If you don't have the deep glow effect, you can basically add a glow effect and duplicate it 2 times. Add the noise effect to the adjustment layer and bump the amount for 10. We don't need a lot of noise here. Now add another layer, which is posterize, and we will put the level on 30. Now make another solid on top of all layers and put the color of it on white, and we will add to the solid the CC ball action effect. Put the ball size on 5 and play with the scatter until you get something you like. Alt click the stopwatch of scatter motion and try the expression. Now, the last type of the background, 30-minute background. It is the most complex background we will talk about today, because here we'll create a 3D layers with the 3D environment, with the 3D rings. We will work with all that to create our 3D background. First, create a stroke on a circle shape and turn it to 3D. Be sure to put your 3D option on advanced. Now, double click new and create a camera. Go to geometry options and turn the extrusion depth to 80. Now rotate it a little bit with the camera orientation so we can see the extrusion of the circle. Now click the plus icon to add dashes. I want to have 5 dashes at least. Change the join and the cup. And now click the plus icon another time to create a gap. Put that gap on 100. Now add a trim path and make a keyframe from the end to the start, so we can have this cool trim path. Now duplicate the layer with Ctrl D and be sure to decrease the size from the size, not from the scale, just like this, until we have something like 2 dashes. Now select the layer and click R to open the orientation. Alt click the Z orientation and type the expression time 20. Duplicate the expression on all the rings you have. Change the expression a little bit just by adding the minus to other layers. Now let me just make the trim paths better for all the layers. You can do that by hitting Ctrl plus Alt. Now double click and create a light. Be sure to put it on environment, light, and be sure to check the cast shadows. You can change the light orientation as you like, because you basically have a lot of options. Now we will change the color of the ring to gray. Go to the metal options and put the specular shyness on 100 and the metal on 0 and the specular intensity on 75. Now alt click the stopwatch of the Y orientation and write the expression time 80. Do the same exact thing like I am doing to create this 3D ball. Be sure to center it in the middle of the rings. and be sure to copy my metal options. By the way, I really want to talk about something really quickly. There is 96% of you who's watching the video are not subscribed to the channel. So please, if you find that video helpful to you, please subscribe to the channel. That would really help me a lot in my content. Now, double click in New and create an adjustment layer. Add the noise effect and put it on 12. And add the deep glow and put the exposure on 0.2 or 0.3. Now copy the CC ball action effect from the white solid we just created in the 10 minutes background and change the scatter until it fits to the composition, and add the posterize effect and put it on 30. And that's it.